Well, it's finally here. Thank the heavens. It's only taken them a week, but it's here. So, for Dead by Daylight, for the 4th anniversary, we had the Ghastly Gateaus, which was supposed to give everyone 104% extra and then stacked on everyone else. So if all 5 players in the trial had all had a Ghastly Gateau, you could have got 520% extra blood points. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has now been fixed and is there. You can now go and do it. The problem they had was they weren't even being registered as stacking. And another funny thing as well, for some unknown reason, they were coded as being 140% extra blood points instead of the 104%. But like I said, they weren't stackable. But I want to have a quick look through the hotfix, the 4.0.2 hotfix. So we do have a new balance. Remove the ability for the Executioner to see the aura of the Cage of Atonement and survivors inside him, which I'm actually really good about this now because I have played in the last 2.5 weeks of whenever Pyramid Head has sent someone to the Cage of Atonement, they have literally gone over there and they've just camped on the Atonement. They just stayed there, they've watched any survivor coming towards them, they'll just get them. Because, to be honest with you, it's like an additional hook for the killer. But they've also added a system now that will despawn the Cage of Atonement if the Executioner near it is there for too long. We don't actually know how long this is, so we will go out and test it later today. But the Cage of Atonement will actually respawn in a different location on the map, which is actually a very, very good and very interesting thing, because there's going to be no more camping on the Cage of Atonement now, guys, which is absolutely brilliant. So, as you can see, we do have a lot of bug fixes which have gone into this, and a lot of these have actually been put to the actual developers on Reddit, on the forums, and even on Twitter. I've even done a few myself on Twitter because there's just been so many times where you can't get on a gen even though it's open, you get stuck by an invisible barricade and an invisible collision for some unknown reason, and it's like, what's going on? But at this moment in time, my biggest pet peeve is, I don't know why they've done this, but windows are now spawning next to lockers. So if you're trying to go through a window vault, for some unknown reason, you vault into the locker, and vice versa. It's like, what's going on? And obviously, if you're doing a quick vault, there's a lot of noise. But for the bug fixes, so we have fixed the issue that caused the Healthy Obsession achievement to not earn any progress when healing a survivor marked as the Obsession. Fix an issue that caused the perk Kindred to activate when being sent to a Cage of Atonement. Another Midwich. Fix an issue that caused the entity blockers created by the Blood Warden perk to not prevent the survivors from escaping. Another issue that prevented the profile from showing up when selecting another player's profile when on the tally screen. An issue that was triggering the Midwich Siren when spectating another survivor opening the exit gates on different maps. An issue that caused the Force Penance perk to trigger while doing a placeholder string when hitting a survivor that is taking a protection hit. Fix an issue that caused the Executioner to turn while performing his ranged attack, causing the ranged attack to go off in a direction he is no longer facing in. They've also done another issue that caused the Adrenaline perk to trigger and provide a haste buff while the survivor was locked in a Cage of Atonement. Missing audio and the survivor is rescued from the Cage of Atonement. They've also fixed another issue that caused the face of David King to look distorted to various degrees when playing. As you can see, there's quite a few bug fixes. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will leave the link below to the actual... This is for the PS4 as well, by the way, people. But I will leave the link to the actual hotfix and all the things that they've done. But the biggest one, obviously, is that the Ghastly Gateaus have been fixed, and you can now stack them, you can get the blood points, and if you're on console, the Konami code is now working. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see all you wonderful people soon.